Hey guys, so it is Saturday evening. I have dinner in the Dutch oven here, cooking away. I'm making a traditional German stew. It is a goulash type of stew, and it is something that is often eaten traditionally on New Year's Eve in Germany. And I know today's not New Year's Eve, but I wanted to go ahead and make it so that I could photograph it and actually put it on my website tomorrow morning, which would already be past New Year's for you guys by the time this goes up. But I just wanted to get it up on the site so that people could have the recipe. It's a very rich stew in that it is filled with paprika, and the meat is slow cooked for about 2 hours, and it's delicious, you guys. And so that is what is for dinner tonight. Earlier today I went by the co-op and picked up a couple bales of straw because the rain has been ridiculous. I mean, I think last year about this time I was talking about the same things, the never-ending rain and how muddy our garden is. I mean, it's a garden of mud out there right now. The yard is a yard of mud. The front garden is just, it's like moats and islands. But anyways, that's part of the reason why we want to do more raised beds than we have, and gradually do a couple more every year until we have a good bit of them. So that would be another one of the plans that we have going. So back to cooking. Having dogs, it's like having toddlers. There's toys and food everywhere. Cute. Ah. What? Dookie. Hey guys, Happy New Year! So Mr. Smith and I are out running a few errands. At the moment he is navigating a really nasty parking lot that I don't drive through. But he doesn't usually drive here, so he didn't know. It is New Year's, and when we get back home from running our errands, Mr. Smith is going to do a little cooking. You want to tell him what you're going to make?
Soup beans.
Soup beans. Any further descriptions?
Ham hock. That's it. Soup beans.
Soup beans and ham hock. So last night we had a little get together at some friend's house. I had hinted about that I was going to be participating with some pajama challenges, you might say. And what was really funny is when I had found the pajamas I was going to wear for this party, I thought they were unique and hilarious. Well, lo and behold, one of the other people had almost identical pajamas. Different brand, but they were very similar. I'll show you here. So had a nice time. There was chili and lots of other good food at the little New Year's Eve party last night, and I had made cornbread muffins with the chili, and of course I made too many, and so we have plenty left over, so Mr. Smith can eat those with his beans.
Soup beans, ham hocks, and cornbread.
And cornbread. I have to confess, I'm not a bean fan. I'm not. Now, I like beans in chili. It's bouncing. Now I like beans in chili, like kidney beans, black beans, things like that. I love baked beans, but I am not a pinto bean girl. I've tried, I just cannot get myself to like them. But Mr. Smith loves them. So he's gonna have those, and I'm going to make a small batch of a soup, a German Brussels sprouts soup. So that's what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. Hey guys, so I just got done editing and uploading a video. Another one of those recipe videos. I've been doing, you may have noticed, these short little recipe videos. I'm putting them in a playlist that I call The Kitchen on my blog. Well, on my channel. And I'm doing those for a number of reasons, of course, because I am a food blogger and all of that, but I'm part of a new blog network, and doing those videos is very, very helpful for me. And so I have a goal I have set for myself to do one of those videos per week, whether it's a new recipe or an old recipe that I'm updating. So just trying to get a little bit focused on some of the professional things that I need to do for my blog. But I just finished doing that video, and I no sooner hit publish when the dogs started going crazy, and I looked out the window to see the UPS man bringing my coffee. Ugh. Just in time too, because I just ran out this morning. So I got 3 bags of my favorite, the Mystic Brew. This is from Bongo Java. Bongo Java is a coffee place out of Nashville. So about 1.5 years or so ago, we had a friend that was visiting, and he had just been at this big event in Nashville and was given this gift basket, and in the basket was a bag of this coffee. Well, he doesn't do the whole bean coffee, and so he gave it to me. Now, I am super, super, super finicky about my coffee, and I do like to use organic coffee. And I thought, well, it doesn't hurt to give it a try. So I did. It was the best coffee I've ever drank. The best coffee. And so I have been drinking it ever since. I get it every so often from Bongo Java. It's the one I get is the Mystic Brew version, and when I was on the website doing my order the other day, so I noticed this one, and it was called Harvest Moon, and I thought, well, let me give that one a try. We'll mix things up a little bit. So I've got 3 of my Mystic Brew and a Harvest Moon to give a try. So coffee. Oh, and speaking of the poor UPS guy. So you remember when I mentioned the whole practically needing 4-wheel drive to get out of my driveway? Well, I did need 4-wheel drive to get out of my driveway the other day. I could feel the back end of my truck just slipping to the side. And I'm like, oh, whoa, whoa. I need to put it in 4-wheel drive so I can try and ease up out of here without completely shredding the side of my driveway. So that right there is where I had to put the 4-wheel drive in for myself to get out of the driveway. I left a lovely rut there. And then right here, that. And that is what the UPS guy just did, trying to turn around. We have had way too much rain. And that brings me to something else I want to talk about. So I mentioned a few weeks ago that we were going to do a greenhouse, and that we had planned to do that probably December, January timeframe, which kind of got moved to January, February timeframe. Well, I want you to take a look behind me. That's not a pond. That's a swamp. Again, with the rain. Now, I've talked about how flat our property is up here around the house. And as you can see back here, this is one of the reasons that I had put in raised beds out here. And I think instead of doing the greenhouse, we might prioritize more of the raised beds. I mean, I was going to add a couple this year anyways and just do a couple at a time. And I'm thinking that we should just push back the greenhouse for next year and focus on the raised beds first. They're both going to be a bit of an expense, but I think the raised bed should go in before the greenhouse does. I think that'll be a next year project, or at least a fall project. Hey there. How you guys doing? Hi, Dumper! Sometimes plans just get changed. Your budget might tell you one thing, the weather might tell you another, and you just gotta be flexible.